Hi, I'm Diane Kometa, and today on Dishin with Di, I'm making my sweet and spicy burgers. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of heat, and a little bit of crunch in there. I think you're really gonna like these. So let me show you what you need and we'll get started today on Dishin with Di. There's three different parts to this recipe. So we're gonna start with the first part, which is our lime cilantro mayonnaise. And it's pretty simple. So here's what you need. Some mayonnaise, some fresh chopped cilantro, some lime juice, and a little bit of salt. All you're gonna do with this is just put everything into a bowl. So I have my mayonnaise in a small bowl. I'm just gonna add in my cilantro and my lime juice and a little pinch of salt. And I'm gonna give that a little mix around. And this is something that you can make ahead if you wanted to make it earlier in the day even, because the longer it sits, the better the flavors get. So I'm just gonna mix this very thoroughly and set this aside, and then we're gonna go on to our next step. I have some broccoli slaw here, and this is actually some shredded broccoli, cabbage, and carrots. Some fresh cilantro that's chopped, some fresh basil chopped, salt, finely minced garlic and fresh ginger, and some lime juice. I also have some olive oil, some honey, and some spicy Thai chili sauce. So the chili sauce and the honey are gonna kind of complement each other throughout this recipe. So what we're gonna do with this step is take our slaw and we're gonna put all of the other ingredients into it. With this slaw, the pieces were much longer than this. So I kind of went through and just broke them up a little bit so they're in more bite-sized pieces. So when they're on the burger, they're not gonna be like sticking out of the sides. Now, I'm gonna take all my stuff. Here comes the cilantro. I love cilantro. And basil and cilantro combined together are just ridiculously good. A little bit of salt, my finely minced garlic, and my ginger. I'm gonna grate this ginger in, the lime juice, and I love lime juice, that freshness. It's just really, this whole slaw is just an incredible combination. So now we have some honey here, a splash of olive oil, and the spicy chili sauce. Now at this point, you should heat up your grill. I have my grill preheating and it's on medium high right now. So when we're all done this, we're gonna be able to just put those burgers on and everything's gonna come out just perfect. So I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. Now mix the whole thing together. Okay, that looks and smells great, and this is gonna add a really great crunch to the burger. So we have that cilantro lime mayonnaise, we have this crunch, and then we're gonna get to the burger now. I have some ground beef that's been sitting at room temperature for approximately 1 hour, some panko breadcrumbs, which are Japanese style breadcrumbs, some salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, some sliced green onions, some Thai chili sauce, and some honey. I also have some nice burger rolls. Now these are called Vienna rolls. I also use potato rolls for this. I just don't usually buy the regular everyday hamburger rolls because we're gonna be making with this 1 pound of meat 4 burgers. So they're gonna be pretty substantial, and there's gonna be the slaw in there and the mayonnaise. So you kind of want something that's gonna be able to support all that. And a regular burger roll might kind of get soggy and flop all over the place. So a nice roll is gonna do you fine with this. So now what I'm gonna do is take my ground beef and I'm gonna add in the rest of these ingredients. So I have my salt, my garlic powder, and my onion powder, and I'm just gonna sprinkle that over the meat and our panko breadcrumbs and the green onions. Loads of flavor going into these burgers, and now a little bit of heat with this chili sauce. And then some honey again. So this is gonna play off of the heat and add a little bit of sweetness. And these burgers are gonna be nice and moist too because of those two ingredients. So now I'm just gonna combine this. I'm not gonna mix it so that they're really firm. I'm gonna toss it around, get it thoroughly combined, and then I'll show you how to make the patties. Okay, my meat is thoroughly combined. Now I'm ready to make the patties. I'm gonna make 4 patties, so I'm gonna divide it in half, and then I'm just gonna divide it in half again, and then just scoop up one piece of that and form it into a ball, and then flatten it out a little bit so that it's about, I guess that's about a 1/2 inch thick, 1/4 inch thick, and then put that onto your plate and then press down in the center. Making that little indentation in the center is going to prevent the burger from puffing up too much in the middle. It's automatically going to puff up, but since that's in there, that'll just kind of help everything evenly cook and the presentation will be much better. So I'm just going to continue making these burgers and I'll meet you out at the grill. I have my grill preheated and now I'm going to put my burgers on. Now I'm going to close the lid and I'm going to let these cook for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then I'm going to turn them over and cook the other side. So you want to just cook them until they're your desired doneness. If you like them medium well, medium rare, it's totally up to you. So I'll show you what these babies look like when they're done. My burgers are done, so these are going to rest. And now I'm going to take these buns and I'm just going to let these toast on here for about 2 minutes just to get them crispy on the inside. Now we're going to put the whole thing together. So I have my nice toasted roll here, and onto that some of my cilantro lime mayonnaise. Now I like it on both sides. You can put it on one side if you want to, but I really love this stuff. So just spread some of that on there. Then take your burger, put that on top, and then some of your slaw right on top of that. Oh boy. And now I'm going to close the whole thing up. I think I'm going to have to cut this in half, sorry. And look at that. It's nice and juicy, and the cilantro lime mayonnaise and that slaw. Oh boy. Mmm. Mmm. So good. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Loads of flavor. Sorry. You can taste the basil and the lime underneath. I can even taste the ginger in there. There's just so much going on here, and I love that. You have to try this. The recipe is on my website, dishinwithdi.com, and check out everything else too. I look forward to seeing you next time, and I hope I made your life a little easier, more enjoyable, and delicious. Bye now.